There's someone I want to talk to over at BuzzFeed News. I'm talking about Adam B. Very. He's the senior film reporter for BuzzFeed News. Adam, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. From a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you for the Globes this Sunday?
I'm always excited for the Globes because I find it's just the most fun of the award shows. Everyone's drinking, right. Everyone's cutting loose. It's a good time.
I feel like they participate in the award show at the show the same way we do at home. I definitely enjoy watching some award shows. Now, Adam, here's the thing. Everybody knows who they want to win, but then the Hollywood Foreign Press is a certain way they handle the Golden Globes, and we can look at past winners and kind of feel like we have a good idea of who's going to win this year. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw out some categories, some names. You tell me who will win and who should win.
Okay.
Okay, great. We're going to start with Best Picture Drama right off the bat. Black Panther's nominated, Black Klansman's nominated, Bohemian Rhapsody, If Beale Street Could Talk, and A Star is Born. All amazing films. Who do you think will win? And then tell me who you think should win.
I think it's going to be interesting. There's a chance I think that Black Panther might win this,
really?
Just because it is the biggest movie of the year, and the Globes like to be a little off the beaten path sometimes. But I honestly think that at this point, A Star is Born is the movie to beat.
Oh, I think you're totally right. So are you telling, who do you want to win out of those two? Just you personally.
Oh, out of that category, I think A Star is Born is the movie that's closest to my heart.
Yeah.
I sing the soundtrack all the time.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, we got the soundtrack going right now. It's been playing here in the office all day long. Black Panther, though, first science fiction superhero film nominated for Best Picture, so that's obviously a big deal as well. We got
very big deal, yeah.
Huge. Got to talk about Best Picture Comedy Musical, Crazy Rich Asians, The Favorite, Green Book, Mary Poppins, Returns, and Vice. Who do you think will win, and who do you want to win?
I think Vice probably has the best shot of winning just because it's the most nominated film this year. And they seem to really be excited about this movie. It's also quite political, and it may feel quite relevant in that way. But personally, I'm pulling for The Favorite, which is one of the most deliciously entertaining movies I've seen this year. It's all about palace intrigue during the reign of Queen Anne. Lots of great performances in it, and I just had a lot of fun with that.
Do you know, I mean, has the Hollywood Foreign Press, are they kind to period pieces? Because like you said, there's a lot of star power in Vice. And it's a contemporary film.
Yeah, I mean, they do like period pieces, and I think it's more about, for them, the movie that just, I think, speaks to them most directly. It is a Hollywood Foreign Press, so, maybe Vice is too much of an American story, but I just, with all of those nominations behind it, I think that there's clearly a lot of enthusiasm for that film among the Hollywood Foreign Press.
A lot of enthusiasm for that film, obviously distributed by Annapurna, big year for them at the Globes. You were talking about A Star is Born a minute ago in Best Picture Drama. Now we got to talk about Best Actor Drama. Obviously, Bradley Cooper's been nominated, along Willem Dafoe, Lucas Hedges, Rami Malek for Bohemian Rhapsody, which I loved, and then Denzel's son, John David Washington. Who do you think is going to win, and who do you want to win?
I think Rami Malek is a really good shot at winning. His performance is, I think, the most showy out of all of those. He really transformed himself into Freddie Mercury and, really dedicated himself to it. And he's been very much out in front of that movie and going, doing all of the things that you do during award season. Personally, I'm pulling for Bradley Cooper. I think what he pulled off in that movie was really thoughtful and subtle and heartbreaking. And the fact that he did it while also directing himself is really great achievement.
Oh my gosh! I mean, we're talking about a stunning achievement there to direct yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, it's in the drama category, but it has so many musical elements, which is so difficult to pull off well in film. And so, kudos to him as both a director and an actor. Obviously, got to talk about Best Actress Drama. We're looking at Lady Gaga for A Star is Born, Glenn Close, Melissa McCarthy, Nicole Kidman for Destroyer, and then Rosamund Pike, A Private War. Do you think Lady Gaga's taking this one as well? Who do you think is going to win? Who do you want to win?
This is maybe the toughest category to call this year. I could see almost every single one of these women possibly winning, except for maybe Rosamund Pike, who was a bit of a surprise nominee. But I think I think Lady Gaga probably has the edge here. She's already won a Golden Globe for her performance in American Horror Story Hotel, and clearly, the Hollywood Foreign Press loves a big glamorous star, and that's exactly who Lady Gaga is. Yeah. I'm personally, however, pulling for Melissa McCarthy in Can You Ever Forgive Me? I think she gives an incredibly nuanced, thoughtful, acerbic performance as Lee Israel. And I would just love to see her up there winning for that performance.
Oh my gosh! I mean, I can just imagine Melissa McCarthy walking up there to accept a Golden Globe and give a speech for it. But it sounds to me like you think the Hollywood Foreign Press might let A Star Is Born sweep their categories.
Yeah, I could very much see A Star Is Born doing like that being one of the headlines out of the Golden Globes this year, is that they really pull hard for A Star Is Born. It's just a movie that's really it's kind of irresistible, that movie, and in a year that I think there was no, like, with especially with Roma not really being eligible for a lot of the main categories and not getting nominated a lot. I just think that, like, that's a movie that people are seeming to gravitate to at this moment.
Oh, absolutely. It's a feel-good at the end of the day as well.
Yeah.
We got to talk about Best Actor Comedy. We're looking at Christian Bale, Lin-Manuel Miranda, Viggo Mortensen, Robert Redford, and John C. Reilly. Who do you think's going to win? Who do you want to win? And which one did you laugh at the most? That's what I want to know.
Which one did I laugh at the most? Well, I have not, unfortunately, seen Stan and Ollie, so I can't speak to that performance. But of the other ones, man, I wouldn't say that any of these performances are what I would call like a laugh out loud comedically funny. I think that Lin-Manuel Miranda's accent in Mary Poppins Returns is amusing. But as far as comedy goes, I think Viggo Mortensen in Green Book has the best laugh lines. But I think of all of these performances, Christian Bale, that's the one that I think will win. I think it's just a tour de force performance is Dick Cheney.
Oh, yeah.
And frankly, of these nominees, that would be the one that I'd also want to win as well.
Okay, cool. So actresses in the comedy, we're talking about Emily Blunt, obviously for Mary Poppins, Olivia Colman, Elsie Fisher, Charlize Theron, and Constance Wu. Who is your favorite? Who did you laugh at the most? Who do you think is going to win?
Well, I mean, my standing for the favorite rides hard for this, and so I actually think Olivia Colman has the best shot at both at winning this, and I would also be pulling for her. And again, none of these performances are exactly laugh out loud comedically funny. And even in Crazy Rich Asians, which is such a lovely, light romantic comedy, Constance Wu has some really heavy scenes, really great heavy scenes. She did some really great performance acting in that film, but. I would also just note, though, that if Emily Blunt ends up winning, she will be sharing the Globe essentially with Julie Andrews, who also won in this category for the original Mary Poppins when it opened, I think, in like 1962. Although don't quote me on that one, I'm not sure.
Well, I'm not going to quote you on it, but I think that's the kind of Hollywood story that people are looking for at the Golden Globes.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I think we've covered all of our bases there, Adam. I mean, is there anything? Do you expect any upsets in any other categories you just want to tell us about real quick?
Oh, any upsets? Well, I think what'll be interesting to see is if Black Panther ends up not winning anything out of the categories. The Globes don't do as many technical categories as the Academy Awards do, so there's not as many opportunities for Black Panther to win, I think, which would be too bad. I would be absolutely shocked if Shallow doesn't win for best song.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but I do sometimes wonder if the irresistible power of Dolly Parton for her song from the Netflix movie Dumplin' might end up carrying the day there. I don't know.
That is an interesting contest you're talking about right there. Dumplin' versus Star Is Born. Hey, Adam, thank you so much for talking to us. Adam B. Very from BuzzFeed News. He's the senior film correspondent. Thank you so much for your insight on the Golden Globes.
Thank you for having me.